Hello Pisces, hello Cancer, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate it. If you are someone who's brand new, welcome, welcome. I hope you will share that with us in the comments. And if you'd rather share silently, a thumbs up will do. Thank you so much for doing that. If you enjoy this content, it will bring around more Piscean and Cancer people. I appreciate you for the thumbs up. So if you want a reading with me, a private reading, please look in the description below. You will find that information by the yellow dot. Email me if you have questions. Otherwise, you can just book over at Wizio. It's the only place you can book me. All right. Now, with that out of the way, I'm going to read for Pisces first. So Cancer, I will see you in a couple seconds. And here we go. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. Tell me about Pisces. Pisces, I am your Pisces sister. I have 2 fishes in my moon sign. All right, here we go. Tell me about Pisces in the week ahead, please. Pisces. Pisces in the week ahead, please. And what do we have here? Deception and envy has come out in the reverse. What else can you tell us? Somebody found something out, or something came to the surface. Somebody has figured out that somebody who is quite likely envious of them has tried to deceive them or lie to them. It's time to make some harsh choices here. Movement, choices, and decisions. It's hard to make. It's about time to make some hard decisions regarding what it is that you have found or figured out. The lie that you figured out. You figured it out because there's clarity now. The sun is here. Everything has clarity. You have hit a growth spurt here, my friend. I feel spiritually. Things seem clearer to you. And it feels like you can either read people's body language or you see through the deception. You see through the deception to, if somebody is coming to you cold, I feel like you look past that and you look inside and know that it might be envy, or that it might be sadness or depression, or you know what I mean? Like, it feels like you never take the front view. You don't judge the book by its cover, Pisces. You will always wait to feel the energy that is behind the book cover. Because you have clarity, right? And sometimes it is that someone is suffering in silence. Absolutely. Sometimes that's what it is. I feel that you really have the talent, Pisces, of looking past the obvious, is what I want to say. You you move through the world, you make your choices and decisions not based on what you see initially with your eyes up front. You make decisions based on clarity, based on feeling, based on what the universe is throwing the spotlight on. Whatever needs to be noticed is what you are noticing right now. You're the person who will look behind, look into the person who is being rude to you, or who is left you on red, or it's like you look underneath, you look into the shadow work, and you know that it's not about you. You know that it's not about you. It's about them, that maybe they're not returning the text because you've mirrored them and triggered them in some way. So I feel like you make decisions and movements based on energies and not based on what you see. And I think that's a really good rule of thumb, honestly. I think it's really great. It's because you have wisdom. You might have an earth placement, Taurus. You might have an earth placement. It's the Hierophant card. It's because of the wisdom. I feel as though that you've had to make a lot of really hard choices. And it's come down to really hard choices and hard decisions and moving along. And I think that you've made your decisions in life based on your vibration and how you feel. The sun, right? The clarity that you get from your guides and angels, whether you know that you have them or not, I feel like you don't realize that you have a gift of discernment here to be able to look past the shell or the ego that someone shows you, and to look into why that person is doing that to you in a moment and understand that they might be suffering in silence. That is you, a psychic friend. You are probably quite psychic. Now, that being said, I don't know if this is that someone did this to you. Maybe someone was deceptive to you. Maybe you found out that someone had been lying to you and it was because they were envious of who you are or how you move, or the fact that you can freely make movements, choices, and decisions and be okay with it and make those decisions with clarity and acuity. Suffering in silence. I think that people who are suffering in silence see you making those decisions and moving through the world, and maybe it does come up with a little bit of envy. Not everybody's able to do that, Pisces. And sometimes I don't know that you understand that because it's so innate to you. Love is so innate to you, right? You'd rather not hate that person. You'd rather look at them and say, oh, wait a second, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing ego. Let's wait a second. Let's get in there with our energy and find out what's going on. So we have love. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. It's exactly what we were just talking about. I really do believe that you really try hard to see the good in everyone. You understand that this card coming up, like these things, this deception and envy and stuff coming to the surface, could be because this person's maybe lonely. Maybe they don't want to be alone. And maybe they're jealous that you're not alone. Or that you don't feel alone. Like even if you're someone who is not attached to any other human, romantically, maybe you are someone who just enjoys your alone time. So you are engaged in the practice, I believe, of seeing the good in all things. That's where we start here. All right, let's look at a deck. Tell us more, please, about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. I feel like you're going to be called on to use this discernment energy that you have in the week ahead on something that I feel that you already have a knowing about, Pisces, but you're going to get some clarity going into the future on the thing that you're thinking. It's like you're going to have a confirmation to your intuition. Upside down. So you're going to get a clarity or a confirmation to your intuition that there has been someone suffering in silence, and possibly they are coming forward. Tell me more about Pisces, please. What's coming up for Pisces? We have the World card. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have 2-2. Tell me about Pisces, please. The World card and the Two of Pentacles. After a hard time of feeling not enough, or somebody could be in a financial constraint because of some sort of a large chapter that's closed in their life. It's like a successful closing of an entire chapter. It's like somebody has realized what they did, and on the way out they slam the door, right? We're not going back. Yeah, line in the sand. We're not going back. That's all fixed signs, right? We're going to make our decision and move slow at it, but once we close the door, that's that. For some of you, it could be that the major thing is maybe a divorce, or leaving a relationship, or deciding to sell a house or move to another country, something like that. But it feels like it takes all of your resources to do that, and your resources, I feel, are few right now. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like the resources are few. I feel like the resources that you do have, you work really hard for. But I don't necessarily think that you like the place that you work. You may be leaving a job for some of you. This World card could indicate that, I'm looking at 2 Pentacles and 6 Pentacles, which is 8, which is, to me, can be the workplace, right? 8 of Pentacles. So for some of you, you're closing the door on a lifetime job, like one that you thought you would be at until forever. That's the major chapter. And you know that you are making good money, and you don't really know where the next job is or what you're doing. It feels like somebody just slammed the door shut, like, I'm done. I'm really done. Eight of Cups, emotionally disconnecting. not really hating, like, I don't know that you hate the job. Maybe you just didn't like the job, but I feel like it's time to move on here, right? We've got movements, choices, and decisions. And it says here that we've got the Eight of Cups. So you were never emotionally attached to this situation. Maybe for some of you, it's a workplace. Maybe for some of you, it's selling the house or getting out of the marriage or whatever the major ending is for you. But it is a disconnection of your energy. So it's like it wasn't the worst place you could have been ever, but this wasn't making you happy. You weren't happy here. It's time to pull my energy away, and it's time to go looking for the other two cups. Because although the person in the Eight of Cups is walking away from that emotional energy, they're walking towards what they feel is more depth of that emotional energy, which is the Two Cups. It's like, I have all these cups and I don't really have emotion. I'm disconnected anyway. Yeah. So for some of you, that could be a work thing. For some of you, it could be a romantic thing. If it's a romantic thing, I feel like that somebody has closed a chapter here and is not feeling enough. And the Six of Pentacles tells me, I don't know where my next meal is coming from. I don't know where my next, I don't know where my next materials are coming from. It's like somebody is feeling really low on their pentacles after leaving a major life cycle here. We have the King of Wands. Somebody is taking action to move on. Now, the King of Wands is someone who's very passionate. Five of Swords in the reverse. The King of Wands is moving on because I don't want to fight anymore. The King of Wands is someone who will act impulsively and does act from ego. Is someone who is more interested in what makes them passionate. Like, they must have passion, not only in their relationships but at work. In all things that they do. This is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. The fire signs must have passion. It's just it's innate for them. It's in the DNA. Somebody here left a situation because they don't want to fight anymore. They disconnected emotionally. It's like somebody was either fighting to leave or, I don't want to fight anymore. I'm throwing in the swords. Let's just not do this anymore. It feels like maybe somebody walked out of a place of employment or walked away from a lifetime relationship or a place that they thought that they would be for a lifetime in terms of work. But we do have movements, choices, and decisions. It feels like somebody here didn't like the work or didn't like the relationship or was suffering in silence here. And when the deception came to light because of the Sun, I feel that you chose to forgive. That ultimately you are living this practice here. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So I feel that whoever this is, whoever this King of Wands is, this person is either the energy of moving forward to, to healing, to moving forward, to thinking about it, not saying anything, not arguing about it. So if it is about work, I feel that somebody is moving forward and just saying, let's let bygones be bygones. I didn't like this place, but I don't hate it. It made me grow. And if it's a relationship, I think you could be the King of Wands, and maybe you do have fire in the chart, and maybe it's just time to go. I don't want to fight it anymore. I got to move on. Whether it's romantic or work-related. So in the future, we have the Three of Cups, right? Now we have clarity. We have the sun shining on this happy time here. So this is, getting together with friends, emotional happiness in small groups, maybe a soul tribe. Maybe you feel a little lighter. You're trying to feel a little lighter here. But feeling really abundant, feeling like you made a really good choice based on the information that you had about either the relationship or the workplace. You're feeling like you're feeling the best that you felt in a very long time. You're feeling like it's all going your way. You have the power in your hands. You are the person who's making the decisions for your life. You are feeling like you're in the Empress energy. So you know about the Queen of Cups, and that, it's best to be the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, because you have to know when to drink for yourself so you don't give everything away. Those sorts of decisions are the types of decisions you're faced with now. It's not the decisions of scarcity. It's not, can I live without it? Am I not going to be enough? Is this workplace the thing that I should be staying at? Oh my God, I'm making decisions that, I feel like somebody here is making a lot of decisions that they're listening to the universe about. And I feel like it's working out. It's coming out in growth here. Somebody's really abundant, feeling really abundant after some sort of suffering in silence comes to the surface, or because of the deception. It's like the light is shone on the deception here. It's like it's shitty that it happened, but I'm glad that I know it happened, so I won't let it happen again. Wow, we just did do that, didn't we? King and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're calling in someone on your vibration, Pisces. I feel like you are in the Empress energy, and you are calling in someone who is in your energy, but I feel as though you are calling it in with Earth energy. So if you are the Empress, you're all the queens, which includes the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress can choose to approach a situation with any of that wisdom. She could choose to approach it as the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like she chooses to approach as the Queen of Pentacles because we have a King of Pentacles here, and she is a person who mirrors others, right? That's the Empress. She knows how to mirror others. So she will show up for this King of Pentacles as the Queen of Pentacles. It feels like this is someone that you feel mirrors you, someone who is as abundant as you, someone who is as smart as you. I feel like that's who you're calling in here. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and we were talking about the Eight of Pentacles appear. That's how it seems to happen here. We talk about it, and then it appears within minutes. It's usually in the reading. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, which it is about hard work. It can be about the workplace, because that's kind of what I felt. It can be about that, but I feel as though that somebody stopped being really hard on themselves, and that's why they ended up in the glow up. Pisces, I think it's you. I feel like whatever this was, if this was a situation or a job, when it was released and you forgave it, you looked at it with love and said, thank you for that lesson, rather than hating on everybody and telling everybody who will listen what a terrible job this was or a terrible person this was. You choose to look at it in love because you're able to see past the mask. And I feel that that is kind of who you are in the Empress energy here. Like, I feel as though you were able to look at the situation for what it was, give it love, and send it on its way, even though maybe it was a hard decision. And it was hard for you, I believe. You were suffering in silence. But I also believe that out of that came all of this wisdom and knowledge and clarity that you get in the Empress energy, so that when you do call someone in who's on your vibrational level, or that you're mirroring, that you just automatically mirror whatever that person is giving you. And I think that you're meeting up with a King of Pentacles, so someone who is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I think that you are mirroring that energy because you have already mastered the Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Ace of Wands. All right, so there's some sort of a new passionate thing that is starting here. After going through an ending, going through either a workplace ending or an ending with a person, I feel a new person comes into the picture here. Pisces, I feel like the person comes into the picture in either at your new workplace, or maybe this is someone that from the old workplace that might have clarity on you. Maybe they have feelings for you. This also, if it isn't you that was suffering in silence, maybe it is someone at your workplace that you recognized was suffering in silence. And that might be why they were feeling a little standoffish or a little closed off or a little disconnected, right? 8 of Cups, disconnected from you. But I feel as though somebody here has decided to stop beating themselves up over feeling like they're in competition with everybody. And I think that was the situation over here. It's probably why it ended. So someone here has decided, rather than to feel like less than, right? Instead of feeling like the 2 of Pentacles, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on myself, self-care, self-love, right? Turn into the Empress, and then I'm going to try calling in someone on my vibration. So I feel like it maybe is the next workplace or someone who works in Pentacles. You understand Pentacles because you are the queen of them, right? That this is, it feels like this King of Pentacles sees your abundance immediately and decides that it is you that they want. Now, I'm saying this in terms of a job. For some of you, you go to the new job and they decide immediately, you know what, after talking with you here, I think you're going to be a great fit. It's almost like they don't even take you to the interview process. And for those of you that are looking at this in love, I do believe that because you decided to let go, because you decided to pay attention to yourself and do a lot of self-healing, I feel that because of the work that you've done on yourself, it allows you to not feel like you're in competition with everyone. Yeah. Beautiful. Great reading. Oh, okay. So I was going to go across the bottom with more tarot, but Charlie said that we should give you some detail about who we're talking about here. Give you some detail here, Pisces. Who are we talking about here? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Who are we talking about? Tell us who we're talking about, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Someone who is a pleasure seeker. So they could be someone who is a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We do have the King of Wands here. You could be meeting this person. If it is a person, by the full moon. The next full moon that's coming up is in Pisces, and that's on the night of the 5th, I believe 5th or 6th. So you could be, for those of you who are looking at this as a love reading, that maybe just letting go and not feeling as though you were in competition by just absolutely releasing that, because really that's what the full moon's about, right? Releasing the things that you don't need. And I think in this case, for this full moon coming up in February, in the first week there, it's going to be more about releasing feelings. So it feels like there is a release here from the 5 of Swords. I'm not going to be so hard on it. I'm not going to be so intense about it. I need to seek out some pleasure. It feels like somebody is... says this is not an ex. It feels like somebody here is going to, something substantial is going to happen to you in and around the full moon, is what I want to say. This full moon that's coming up on the 5th or 6th of February. You may be coming together with someone who you feel deceived you, or was, not looking at the situation in anything else other than that they had been suffering in the situation. And so they kind of poured it out onto you. For some of you, you could be meeting up with someone that you haven't seen in a while. It says here, this is not an ex. This person could have air energy, so Aquarius. It tells me King of Swords and the Star card. So Aquarius energy could have Aquarius in the chart. Now is not the time, so it's not going to happen in the very near future. Right now is not the time, which is true. We don't see, we see one clock here, but we don't see the clock, right? The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Okay, so they're either talking about you or someone else who might have Pisces in the chart that you will be meeting in the next 6 months. So for some of you, this is a prediction and you don't even know this is going to be happening. You may even not suspect that you're leaving the relationship or the job yet, but things change overnight like that. I know that to be true in my own life. And one day things are one way and the next day something is the next day. You know, it's different from the day before and you never did expect it, but it feels like somebody's either going to a new job that they're really going to love. 3 of Cups. There's going to be celebration there because of your glow up. I feel like you are someone who has a specialty in your area because you're attracting other people who are on your vibration, maybe in the workplace, but it may be that people have seen that you've worked on yourself, right? That you no longer care about the competition. You're not about the competition anymore because you know that in your Empress energy, you don't have competition at all. We have earth signs. So we have earth, water, and air. All right. Oh yeah, we have a little bit of pleasure seeking here as well. We have 8s. All right. Success, financial blessings. You're going in the right direction. Divine gifts. Illuminate. So illumination. Reap the benefits of hard work and intuition. Someone is going to be courageous. Someone who's in the corporate world and who is single. This is someone new. There you go. You've got a new energy coming in, and I believe for those of you who are going to a new job, that's where it is. For others of you, you're calling in this energy, and this whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. So I feel like this person that you're calling in on your energy is the Queen of Pentacles, is bringing in the King of Pentacles, and that is probably in the next 6 months. All right. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for coming here and watching, Pisces. I do appreciate you. Email me if you need me. You know where I am. You know how to find me. I'm going to go for now. I love you, my fishes. Bye-bye. Hello, Cancer. Elsie here to do your reading. Just like that. Here we are. Only took a second, right? How are you, Cancer? All right, here I am for your reading. Your reading for the week ahead, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you are interested in a private read, please go to the description. You'll find the yellow dot, my email address, and a link to Wizio. All right. Thank you for clicking here. I hope you will stay, and I hope you will give me a comment or an emoji or something. Let me know that you're here. I just want to exchange energy with you, Cancer. All right. A thumbs up would be awesome because that is how we are attracting other Cancerians. So thank you for doing that. If you might reach out and hit that thumbs up if you like the content here. All right, Cancer, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell us about Cancer for the week ahead, please. Cancer for the week ahead. All right. Let's start here, Cancer. We've got harmony. That is the Lover's card. We've got awareness, which is the Magician. Somebody is manifesting love, manifesting harmony in life, manifesting harmony in something. It feels like you've gotten some downloads or some awareness. You want to speak to someone that you have feelings for, someone that you think is your person. Yeah, someone that you choose, I believe, because the Harmony card is the Lovers, and that is the choice, right? Someone that you choose and the universe chooses for you. Triumphant success. I feel like you want to have some sort of success in communication. I believe that there is some truth that needs to be told here. Somebody needs to speak on that. That sword is pointing directly at the feminine. I mean, she could be masculine too. I don't even know. But the thing is that I believe the truth is probably coming from this person, from the person who to me looks like and feels like the feminine. Prosperity begins. So it feels like you want to invest in this person. You see them as a good investment. And you suspect that you will have success here if you continue to manifest them, continue to think about them, act in your life as though they're already there, already part of your life. Somebody here is engaged in trying to make their dreams, their wishes, trying to materialize them in the 3D here. Using all the tools that you were given, right? Somebody is listening. Somebody is positively manifesting some sort of new beginning or a prosperous beginning. This is the Ace of Pentacles, something that will grow for a long time, grow roots, right? Something with stability. Partnerships and alliances. Okay. Could be just about that. Maybe you're thinking about a partnership. Maybe you want triumphant success in some sort of an alliance. That's a great word, I think, alliance. It's a good place to start when you're aligned with them and your thoughts and your feelings. And, when your expressiveness, the way you express yourself, the way you are grounded, the way you are in the world, it feels like you're very similar to your person. Or you feel it is. We have patience. It says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. Is that true? Is that right? I'm surprised to hear that from Cancer. And it's not because you're not psychic, because you really are. You have a lot of psychic energy. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Prosperity will begin in divine order, Cancer. It'll be at the time when it's supposed to be. Getting a song. Yep, it is... Sorry, just listening. If it's meant to be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. That is Ruby Rexa and Florida Georgia Line, I think. The song is Meant to Be. So there's probably a message there for somebody. If it's meant to be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. It's like whatever's meant for you will never pass you by, is what I want to say, right? And it feels like somebody here is manifesting all of this, manifesting love, manifesting success, manifesting communication, manifesting the Ace of Pentacles. And somebody knows that they must have patience here in order to be able to have what they want. It says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. Somebody is sort of going over the self, wondering exactly what comes next, going over the self. What do I do now? Now that I'm waiting for divine order here, waiting for divine clarity, what do I do? All right, somebody's being patient and holding back. Tell me about Cancer for the week ahead, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me more about Cancer. We have Temperance. We have Queen of Moons. In this deck, the Wandering Moon Tarot, the moons are cups, so that is the Queen of Cups. So it feels like you're wishing for things to come together in balance and love. You're hoping for divine clarity, divine timing. Temperance is telling you that yes, there will be love. There is somebody here who does have a cup of love for you. This is the person that you're manifesting, and the answer is yes when it comes to Temperance. It is balance. It's about finding your balance, though. It's not just bestowed upon you. It's like you will receive a series of lessons that will teach you how to keep your temperance, will teach you how to be relatively balanced here. We have the Four of Stars, and in this deck, the stars are pentacles. So we have you really holding on to the idea that one day you will have a really balanced, loving relationship. But not saying anything, keeping it under the surface. Yes, Charlie just said, I do tend to read it as is all positive sometimes, and that's just kind of the countenance that I'm in. That's what I do. It's not that I don't read the things that are not positive, but I tend to look at the Four of Pentacles as holding on to something. But Charlie's right. It can also be that you're holding on too tight. It can also be that you're not being vulnerable enough. Not being vulnerable enough in love, but expecting that it's all going to come together by some sort of, divine moment. The Empress. You could be the person I'm talking about. The Empress is, astrologically is Taurus and Libra, only because she's very balanced, very grounded, and she's all of the queens. So please take it as it resonates, whether you're feminine or masculine. You could be the Empress. It feels like somebody here is is not being vulnerable with love. They have their eye on the Empress. They're trying to manifest this person, and they're willing to be patient, and they're willing to wait. Whether that is you, Cancer, or your person, you would know better than I. Feels like somebody's holding on tight with the Empress, or is being silent with the Empress, possibly. Not really, no, there we go. There's Cancer, not divulging my feelings to the Empress, right? Holding on to it, being quiet, not being vulnerable. There it is. So somebody is either the Empress that's not divulging feelings, or you are not divulging your feelings to the Empress. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Ace of Stars. I feel like right now nobody's divulging anything. It feels like there is communication coming up in the future. For me, the bottom of the deck is the future. So coming up in the future, I feel there is communication coming with this Empress. And I feel like there is going to be a new start here. So the Ace of Pentacles is the one that changes your life, or maybe you want to make an investment. You do first have to drop these burdens, though. It feels like it's really burdensome that you are being really silent with someone here. And it might be the Empress, or you could be the Empress, but either you are being silent with someone or someone's being silent with you. Either way, I feel like this is the person you're manifesting, and you're being patient for them. Again, we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles right here. So it feels like there is a dropping of burdens that needs to be done, though, but you're not going to ever drop those burdens if you can't get out of the Four of Pentacles, because the Four of Pentacles is shutdown, emotional, financial, vulnerability. No, I'm not talking about it. I'm very silent. It's also really holding on tight to things. And when you hold on really tight to things, Cancer, the universe realizes you do not trust at all. You don't trust the universe. So when you hold on to something so tightly because you think you're going to lose it, the universe tests you and says, well, maybe you got to lose it to know that whatever is coming for you will never pass you by. Teaching you the lesson of letting it go so it can come back to you if it truly is yours, rather than you hanging on to it if it's not. What else do we have here? Please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, your energy always really calms me. I feel like sometimes I get into a reading with, say, Sagittarius, and I'm like, kind of silly and funny and being really extroverted. But when I get into reading for Cancer, I immediately get into the energy of flow. Yeah, it feels like I slow down a little bit. I read a little bit with more clarity, acuity, I guess. Because it's like Cancer is very good with business. Cancer is very good with clarity. Being clear. Yeah, clear speech for sure. We've got the Three of Moons, which is the Three of Cups. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. It looks like somebody here wants to work on the communication in the near future. We want to work on communication, or I want to work on taking you out, or work on doing something that's emotionally fun, emotionally happy. So either you or your person wants to get together. I feel there's going to be some sort of a reunion, some kind of an emotional reunion that somebody's really working hard on. Because I really think ultimately, Cancer, what you want is the triumphant success. But understand those are in swords, so that could be more of a goal rather than something that it could be more goal-oriented rather than emotional success. It feels like it's more, this was on my list and I checked it off. Nobody said I could do it and I can kind of energy. Jeez, with the Ace of Wands now. Okay. Got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and I do see the triumphant success as the Ace of Swords. So we have a whole bunch of new things that are beginning here. Your patience is paying off, is what I want to say, Cancer. There's a bunch of new roads opening for you, new passionate roads for emotion. For if you're willing to work on it, I feel like you can have this new passionate start. We have the Nine of Wands. You're scared, of course. And you're over here dropping your burdens. So I think that you are now ready to drop your burdens before you go into this reunion, or into your soul tribe, or into this emotional, passionate, I feel, thing that you're working on in your mind. That's what I think. You've been thinking about it a lot. Wheel of Fortune, something's coming up for you that is fortunate here. I feel like the Death card is here because there is a transformation of your energy. You've either changed your energy or changed your mind. You've decided that you want prosperity. You've decided that you can manifest it. You really do have big feelings for this person here. And I think you want to have a conversation about it. We have the Two of Swords. You're making the decision now as we speak, I believe. The Death card tells me that the reason that the Wheel of Fortune is here is because of death. It's because of the transformation that you're going to be able to move forward in a fortunate way. So if you've made a decision on something, Cancer, as of recently or as of late, that you now have changed your mind on, I think that's what we're talking about here. What's the triumphant success, please? The triumphant success is, I believe you're ready to tell the truth. You're ready to be honest. I think that there were things that were hiding, things that you were up in your head about, you weren't really clear about, you didn't really have a clear answer for. And so I feel that with the 7 and the 6 of Swords, that you've decided to move on from chaos and go to the calm. It's time for you to divulge whatever it is that is in the 7 Swords. That patiently you've been waiting to possibly tell somebody how you feel. Tell me about harmony, please. So the person that you are choosing is someone who is currently single, as far as you know, or you need to be patient until they become single. I think that you have a knowing, Cancer, that you could have Pisces in the chart, but as a Cancer, you kind of have the knowing. I feel that there is going to be justice here, that Cancer doesn't lose. That's what I just heard Charlie say. Cancer doesn't lose. If Cancer's got their eye on something and they want it, they will get it. You're kind of badass, Cancer. Tell me about prosperity. So it's a knowing or a learning, something that you're learning. And I believe what you're learning is how to heal the self, how to be patient, how to listen to the universe, how to wait for the Wheel of Fortune, because I do believe that we are talking about divine order. So patience is up here in Temperance, and I believe it's part of the Wheel of Fortune as well. We've got some fixed energy here. If you're looking at this reading in terms of energies, I've got Aquarius, Libra, I've got all the fixed signs. Scorpio, Aquarius is here as well, Leo and Taurus, and then we have Scorpio energy here in the Death card. Taurus and Libra is the Empress here. All right, so let's look at who we're talking about. Who are we talking about, Cancer? Here's some details. Maybe they're about you, maybe they're about them. You take it as it resonates, okay? Let's find out who we're talking about here. So I feel like you've had a change of mind about someone, Cancer. And I feel like you have had a change of mind. You're healing your ways of thinking. You've decided to wait for divine timing. And I feel like with this Justice card, you are going to get what you want. Yep. I think you will. But don't you always, right? All right, so we could be looking at the new moon here. So maybe this will come together, this person that you've been thinking about wanting to talk to, the one that you want to be honest with now, the one that you'd like to move on with. It could be around the new moon that you make connection with them. You might want to look up when the new moon is. I know that there is a full moon coming up on the 5th or the 6th, so it would be not far after that we would have a new moon. Oh, we got Libra, which matches the Empress here. Your person could have Libra energy, but could be very balanced and all about justice as well, so about keeping their balance. This person could be very balanced in their psychic energy. Yeah, you could be connecting to them because they do have water energy as well. It feels like they're probably a Scorpio sun. That's what it feels like. A Scorpio sun and maybe a Libra rising. But we have a business owner here. So someone who either runs a business or helps someone else run a business. A business owner to me is is not only someone who financially owns the business, but someone who participates in like doing the books and, you know, really running sort of the business end of it. Then we have air sign. So there could be other air energy here. It feels like somebody here is really incredibly intelligent, and that's what you're enamored with, because the Empress is that, right? She is the Queen of Swords as well. So someone here does have air in the chart, and you're very enamored with how very smart they are. This person could have light eyes, or maybe you notice their eyes, or you like their eyes. They could have blue eyes. You might be seeing number threes if you're paying attention to your universal language. And if you are seeing threes, it is about help being on the way, that you should keep growing, keep listening to the universe, keep growing. Your prayers are coming true, and your new journey is very close. If you're looking at having a new start with someone who might be in these energies here, it says the end of waiting is near. I love it. Love it, love it. If you've been seeing sixes, it's about refocusing yourself. It's about encouragement. You're getting divine nudges. I believe I know that because I know that because I see it here. You're getting divine nudges, and I think you're listening. Don't stress. It's part of the process, and let go of control. So you are currently making decisions, I feel, about, things of a divine nature. You are listening, right? Patience. Yeah, it is going to be the moment of alchemy. That's what the Temperance card is about. The moment in time where everything's perfect and the perfect time to go off. The Wheel of Fortune is here. So is Temperance. So we have the moment of alchemy, and then the Wheel of Fortune moves forward. And I feel like that's when you have the transformation of your energy, knowing that this person is the person that you need to have. Yeah, this Empress here. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for coming here, for watching. I do appreciate you. If you could reach out and give me a thumbs up, that would really help us finding other Cancerians to come to Ten of Cups Tarot. And I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you guys. Bye-bye.